I'm Christina. Today we're going to learn how illustrations help a story. I'm sure you remember, but here's a quick reminder. Illustrations are pictures. Believe it or not, illustrations aren't just cool things to look at. They really do help bring a story to life. Have you ever read an awesome comic book? Think about the kinds of illustrations you find in comic books. Without the illustrations, comics really wouldn't make any sense. Today, our goals are to learn how illustrations add to the meaning of a story and how illustrations help us understand the characters, setting, and overall feeling of a story. Today is all about explaining how illustrations help a story. We'll look closely at how illustrations help us understand the characters, setting, and overall feeling of a story. Let's start with what you already know. You know that authors carefully choose their characters, settings, and events in a story. Many stories have illustrations. Authors carefully choose illustrations too. Authors know that illustrations add to the meaning of a story. Now let's look at what you need to know. Think about some of your favorite books. In those books, how do the illustrations help you understand the characters? Well, for starters, illustrations show you the characters' actions and what the characters look like. The same is true for other parts of a story. Illustrations can show the setting and help create a feeling in a story, like happiness or loneliness. Oh, here come some illustrations now. It's important to use both the words on the page and the illustrations to learn more about the story. Now let's read a myth that includes illustrations. As we read, pay close attention to how the illustrations help you understand the characters, setting, and feeling in the story. Ready? Great! Our story is a Greek myth about Zeus and Prometheus. The gift of fire. In ancient Greece, the gods often created trouble for people. But not all the gods were the same. Some of the gods liked humans and made friends with them. One of these gods was Prometheus. Zeus was the leader of the gods, and he wanted to punish the humans. He decided to keep them from getting fire. Without fire to cook their food and warm their bodies, humans would soon disappear from Earth. Prometheus felt sorry for people. So he took one of Zeus's lightning bolts and showed the humans how to use the lightning to start the first fire. Zeus was furious with Prometheus. Zeus captured Prometheus and chained him to the side of a mountain. Poor Prometheus had to stay on the mountain while birds pecked him and the sun burned his skin. 1,000 years later, Zeus realized he had forgotten why he was angry. He allowed Prometheus to go free, and Prometheus returned to Earth. Interesting story, huh? Now let's look at how the illustrations we saw help us understand the story. Here on the left, we'll see what we learned about illustrations. On the right is the myth we read. Let's start by looking at an illustration of Zeus. Look carefully at his face. Without even reading the story, what can you tell about the character? Well, certainly Zeus looks mad. The illustration shows what he looks like. Makes you wonder who's in trouble. Now let's look at the text. Notice how Zeus's actions are described. He wanted to punish the humans and keep them from getting fire. See how the illustration helps us understand the character of Zeus? Enough scary Zeus. Let's look at another illustration. Here we see Prometheus's punishment. What does this illustration help us understand? Exactly. The illustration shows the setting described in the paragraph. This gives you a clear picture of where Prometheus was punished. Look at how the text describes it. The paragraph says, side of a mountain with birds and the sun. We can read about the setting and see it in the illustration. Now let's think about how the illustration helps create a feeling in the story. Again, look at the illustration. Now, the words in the paragraph. We know that Prometheus is chained to a mountain and cannot escape the harsh punishment. So what feeling does the illustration help create? Yep, sadness or hopelessness. Now you see how illustrations can really help a story. The author of today's story sure made some good choices. Today you learned how illustrations help a story. Illustrations add meaning to a story and help you understand what you're reading. When you read a story, it's important to remember that illustrations show characters' actions and what the characters look like. Illustrations can show the setting and help create a feeling in a story. Remember to use both the words and the illustrations to learn more about the story. Nice job! Now, back to your reading. If you want to see this again, you can replay this. If not, I'll see you later.